Start with you, just get some thoughts on today's game.
Yeah, just didn't play well. Air Force really came out in that first quarter and had a big quarter. I think four 3-pointers in that first quarter really kind of set the tone. Positive for them, not so positive for us, and just could really never get anything going. So for whatever reason, one of those nights, but obviously needed to play better. Not a good time to not play well.
Thank you, Coach. We'll take questions for the student athletes now. If you have a question, please raise your hand.
It's like you've played Air Force before, you know they're not a strong three-point shooting team. How much shock value was there to them hitting 4 or 5 in the first quarter, and especially their first 2 shots?
Obviously, like Coach said, it just allowed them to have a strong start to the game, and it was hard to come back from that, 15-point deficit that we had at half.
Did you look at this game as something that was a lot of uncharacteristic? They did some things that they don't characteristically do. You did some things not so well that you normally do.
Yeah, I think, those players that shot a lot of those threes have that low percentage, so we did take that gamble. But we also had, assignments that we missed that we could have done better defensively, and those are things that I think would have evened us out in the first half.
Your guys' shooting improved immensely from the first quarter to the third. Was there a specific message going into halftime?
Yes, personally, I know I got together with the team and I said we have to play together. I think the first half we played very separate and very individualized, and so playing together, that's what got us those really good shots, and that's what pushed us, I think, to start to come back in that second half.
And although this wasn't the result you guys were looking for, is there anything that you can look back on the beginning of the season and just think, wow, we've really improved on this looking at today's game?
We kind of talked about it in the locker room after the game. It was a tough year, and, like Coach said, we lost a lot of games within 2 to 5 points, and it's hard to just come back and keep competing, but this group did that every night, and it was a tough year, but it was a fun year. And
obviously not the outcome you want, but when you look back at this season 5 years from now, what are you going to remember about this year?
I think the biggest thing I'm going to remember, this was my favorite year to play. I got only 1 year here, but I had a great time. That's what I'm going to remember. That's what I'm going to take away, and know that I actually had fun playing basketball and got to know these people, and Coach Williams is phenomenal giving me this opportunity, and those are the things I'm going to remember.
Any other questions for our student athletes? Okay, we'll dismiss them at this time. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Good job, you guys.
Questions for the coach?
Ryun, you guys have a game plan for a reason. It's based off past results. How stunning is it when it kind of backfires that way?
Yeah, it kind of did there in that first quarter. There some unexpected 3 balls go in or what have you, but that isn't what really hurt us. We could not get any rhythm offensively. Still, at the end of the day, you hold a team to 60 points and you still can't. We cannot muster any offense. That's just been a huge struggle for us here the latter part of the season, and we just got our wheels spinning the wrong way, and it's been hard for us to go on big runs and that sort of thing. So, but give Air Force credit. Those kids made plays, and then we let Emil kind of get going a little bit, and then Schneider got going a little bit, and so the kids that were supposed to be dedicated to, they got into some rhythm, so we got kind of hit from all angles for most of the night.
When you look back, if you look at the first half, they had 12 offensive rebounds, so you had 14 total. Is that really more of the story?
I think the 2 things there in that first half, Mike. We're the offensive rebounds absolutely were crucial. They just crashed, and we did not answer that. And then the turnovers. I think we had 9 first-half turnovers, and so you give them so many extra possessions, and they converted a fair amount of those, and thus the big lead there at halftime.
Yeah, talking about that as well. The assists were pretty much lopsided for that first half. You came out with 4 more in the second half versus the first half. You had 1 registered assist. What was the difference going from first half to second half?
Yeah, we tried to drive the ball a little bit in that first half, and obviously didn't make those plays. Second half we just played some ball reversal and moved our bodies a lot better, and kind of went to more of a little passing game. But and you make some shots. I mean, let's face it, you're gonna have more assists when you make some baskets. And I think our top guards went 4-19 tonight. We got a double-double, out of our posts again. Our posts have been pretty solid all year. We needed to be better in the guard play, and just didn't get that done.
You've talked a lot about the things you didn't like to see from your team today, but what specifically did Air Force do that really made them tough?
Yeah, Air Force really competed. I mean, they crashed the glass. They played very physical, and they played with great intent and great purpose. I mean, they really did. And so they really played to win. And not that we didn't, but they did a better job of it. So, and I think Emma's a really good guard. I think she's, when she kind of gets going, we stat some things. I mean, they had how many banks did they have tonight? I mean, 9 points maybe on just how it goes sometimes.
When you look at the third quarter, Mackenzie scores 10. Does that epitomize why you were glad you added her for 1 year to your program?
Mackenzie's been so good for us in a lot of different ways. You can see she's just a special young lady, and brought great maturity to our roster, and obviously very competitive, and so it doesn't surprise me she was going to go out guns a-blazing, and she had a really good third quarter, so I'm proud of those our seniors. Were they can walk away with their heads held high. They gave great try. They gave us their very best. Yeah, you always want more, but they gave us their best, and it's nice to have Mackenzie here for 1 year, absolutely.
Like you say, you always want a little bit more, and you look at Annie tonight, 2 more offensive rebounds, so she climbs up, but she falls 1 short of total rebounds to finish in the top 10.
Yeah. Annie's she has a tremendous competitive mindset. She has a great motor. She really fights and wants to go get the basketball, and so it'd have been nice to move in advance just for Andrea Brady, just because she's been such a warrior for our program, and coming back from that knee injury, and she just fought like crazy in that rehab to get back to playing this year, and so it's tough when seniors don't have a really positive experience in this tournament, but Annie was a special player for us.